Now, previous video I just gave you the Nio Q3 earnings, and boy, I must say they are looking pretty solid, pretty good, and we have discussed about them in a summary, right? And it's funny how some of you guys come and comment, and some of the things that we are actually picking from the report, you said they are not truthful. Someone came and said the earnings per share of 31 cents is not correct, the actual one is 35 cents, but these things are obstructed straight from the report. Someone is coming and saying that the 6 billion cash at hand that Nio reported, it's a 300 million decline, which, guys, everything is there. I mean, Q2 earnings, you know that the cash at hand was $5.7 billion. Now we've got $6 billion, which is why it has turned positive, because it grew up, or it went up by 300 million. So yeah, man, it's just a matter of you guys going to check yourselves. I did say after the end of that video to say that you need to make sure that you go to the Nio website and have a look at the earnings yourselves. Now, with that, we just got some massive news, guys. More news are coming, more good news are coming from the lives earning calls, and the most important news that we've been wanting to hear as the Nio investor, the CEO of Nio just announced something very good, guys, and he said full year profitability is coming by the year 2026, which not only does this confirm what we have been saying, and that is Q4 of next year profitability is starting, but it shows that for the full year 2026, Nio full year earnings from Q1 to Q4, Nio will be able to produce full year profitability. So profitability, again, let me touch this again. Profitability to Nio, it's coming Q4 of next year. I've told you this before. Those that have been on this channel, I've been telling you that profitability is coming next year by Q4, and therefore ignore the day-to-day movements, ignore these short sellers complaining about the net losses of Nio of over $700 million. Yes, for now it's a lot. Of course, it takes money to make money, so we know it's not like Nio is hiding things from us and we don't know what Nio is doing. Nio has been showing us their latest developments, the chips which they are producing, the sub-brands which they've produced, and what we can expect from Nio in the future. We know where this money is going. It's just that right now Nio is not generating as much revenue that can cover these losses which they are, of course, announcing every quarter. But next year in Q4, things are going to be different. It's going to be a total 180 turn. Nio is going to turn from a company that is not profitable to a profitable company. This is coming in Q4 next year, and to see the Nio CEO reaffirming the status profitability, or the word profitability, I think you and me as investors, we need to brace ourselves for what's coming, because the short sellers don't want you to hear this kind of news. The short sellers were just taking down every time. Some of the YouTubers, including myself, we tell you that profitability is coming in Q4 of 2025, and to see the Nio CEO coming and saying that full year profitability is coming in 2026, profitability of Nio might start, or this just means that profitability Nio is going to start by 2025. It's just that for the full year it will be 2026. Nio is just set for greatness. I mean, during these very same lives earning calls, one of the bullish statements that we read today is that Onvo is already targeting 300 stores by the end of this year. You know that the initial plan was for Onvo to get to 200 stores, right? Well, it appears that as of today, Onvo stores are around 190 in China, and by the end of this year, Onvo targets 300 stores. Tell me if this is not good news. I mean, there is no way, or it serves no purpose, if Nio is just deploying stores and they are not going to generate more sales from these stores. The fact that they're generating, or they're making sure they deploy as many stores, is because they see the potential that lies within the Onvo L60. Man, it's just looking so great. I mean, gross margins, when you look into Onvo during the live earnings calls, the Nio CEO comes and says this year Onvo is targeting 10% gross margins, but next year the gross margin for Envoy is going to reach 15%, which is always been, or which has always been, their target from the beginning. The Nio CEO said once Envoy get to 20,000, then 15% gross margin is possible, which is something that knowing him, getting to hear him reaffirm this is something that is pretty exciting. This is something that is, of course, amazing to hear the Nio CEO reiterating this. So yeah, man, ignore the day-to-day movements, man. Nio, it is a company that is going to turn to profitability next year. Before the end of next year, Q4, it is our quarter where we will turn to profitability. And therefore, you continuing hearing the short sellers or listening to those that are just bearish onto Nio, it will make you miss the opportunity of a lifetime investing into this stock whilst it's trading this low. Man, I cannot wait, man, to have some money, more money, so that I can buy so many shares, as many shares as possible, because I know, man, end of 2025 we need to brace ourselves for what's coming. I think the moment I heard Profitability 2026 reaffirmed by the Nio CEO for the full year, I knew I have made a commitment to say that in whatever I invest next year, 80% of the money that I'll be getting from next year, in fact from now, that is available for me to invest, I'm going to take 80% to Nio. This is the plan. This is what I am going to do, and I'm committed. I'm telling you, regret is worse than failure. I rather not regret why I didn't buy more when Nio turns to profitability than just sitting here and do nothing. I mean, so many of the people complain about missed opportunities. We might not be seeing the light right now, but end of 2025, Q4 of 2025, Nio is going to turn to profitability. Those that are persevering will most definitely be rewarded with time. So I am happy, I am excited. I just thought I'd give you this quick updates, man. I mean, just as I've said beginning of this video, before you come and attack me or you attack the YouTuber, sometimes it's always good that some of these guys that comment, they go and check and verify this information that we are saying or that I'm saying here, and not just come and say, why are you lying? You know, it's not good. But anyways, we remain long, I remain long and strong onto the Nio stock, regardless of the market not rewarding Nio for these earnings. I know that our time will come, because Nio, one thing that I saw or that got reaffirmed by these earnings is that we are heading towards the right direction. Nio is a company which is set for greatness, and those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. There's a lot to cover, and I'm going to make sure that we unpack some of this news as they come. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.